What's going on, guys? Inside Raymond here, and today I'm going to be talking about hair growth speeds. And a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of questions lately. People are saying like parts of their hair grow slower than other parts and things like that. And I'm gonna just tell you guys now, at the beginning of my hair growth, I kind of noticed the same thing. Like my hair, it felt like I still feel this way now. I feel like my right side is longer than my left side. It's natural for your hair to grow at different speeds. So I mean, there's nothing really you can do about it other than, taking care of your hair. And if it's bothering you that much, you can always, trim the side that's growing faster than the other one. When I was growing my hair, I realized that the back of it was kind of shorter than the rest of my hair as well, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to cut the back off as well, just because for one it mats a lot if you have like a lot of hair on the back of your head. It just when you're laying down or doing anything that involves you laying on something, your hair is prone to getting matted down, and then you have to pick it out and do all that kind of stuff, and it just looks crazy when your hair is like uneven and it's just matted down, and that's not good. That's not what you want. So that's why I took the steps to just cutting the back off and just having like the top fade. I noticed that my hair was actually kind of growing at different speeds, and I just want to tell you guys that it is normal, and yes, I experienced it too. Different parts of your hair are gonna grow at different speeds. It's just natural for it to have some parts grow faster than the others. And once again, you can always take the necessary steps to try to prevent, or not prevent, but you can always take the necessary steps, encourage hair growth, such as, just taking care of it, being, shampooing, conditioning, applying oils, doing all that stuff, the typical natural hair routines, things like that. You can never take too much care of your hair. So when you notice that something, like if you're unhappy with how one side of your hair is looking, you can always go to the barber shop, say, can you trim this part of my hair to make it even, or can you make my hair even? Of course you need to pick it out first, so that way you won't have it even more uneven, because if you just go to the barber shop and tell them to trim your hair without it being picked out, it's going to be uneven because some parts may be matted down and some may not. Things like that, never, you don't want to make a permanent mistake. So just make sure that your hair is all the way picked out if you're deciding to trim it, or if you decide to trim it yourself, as I did before. But yeah, you can always, that's always an option, is to trim it yourself, because you know what you want your hair to look like. So if you feel like one part is longer than the other, or a certain area is longer, you can always pick your hair out. But make sure that, once again, make sure that you're doing it the right way, because cutting your hair is a permanent decision. And yes, it's going to grow back, but it's going to take time. And we all want to grow our hair faster. We all want to have long hair, things like that. So just make sure that if you do decide to do something like that, that you do it correctly the first time, so that way you won't regret doing it later on. It's been Inside a Great One. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, everybody's hair grows at different speeds. Certain parts may grow faster and things like that. So it's perfectly fine if you're experiencing something like that. But yeah, if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'm out. Peace.